Hi, CMattDye here. Thanks for stopping by and checking out today's video. I just wanted to do a really quick video on some markets that I'm watching. I haven't done one in a little while, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. So, I was showing Bitcoin, talking about resistance up here, and sure enough, price was so weak it didn't even get to it. I showed another trade over here. But definitely looking for Bitcoin resistance, Bitcoin to go lower, and I do have a target, much lower than this chart. But I wanted to talk about it. So, we have the price. This is fairly weak right here, and then we have a bunch of just gobbledygook right here, which corrective action we could call it. And then this was a pretty strong move, and now we're getting a continued downside. So what am I looking for resistance right now? That 29,261, 29,307. Ideally, though, if it's going to get weak, then this 29,225 should not be taken out. So that's the ideal scenario if it's going to continue being weak. I know this really isn't that weak right now. Like, this move was nice, this move was nice. This was sideways, that's fine. A little bit lower, that's okay. And then this move couldn't really do anything. So now, we're just looking at this current move. Does it take out this low around 29,017? Does it take out that low there, or does it not? So that's kind of going to be the very important thing to keep an eye on. If it does come down, which is what I'm thinking it will do, but if maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. We do have some more resistance up here, and then if it gets over this high right here, which is at 29,455, then I would think maybe there's something else playing out. This particular move, maybe this part is something else is playing out, which it can play out a couple different ways, and this is what I'm looking for. So number one, it just continues breaking down, and then resistance just drops as price does, and then it just drops down into that lower 28,000 region. Another way it can play out is, so this has come down, it can come up into this area here, and then come down again. So this leg would get another leg, a partner leg, and then that would come down into this region. If it is going to just break and do something totally different, which it can do, this move was nice. I think this is all one move. And now this move up, this move down, and then it comes up here again. So this move here would be all one move. And then you get that big move to the downside. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Those are my different scenarios for Bitcoin. It's going to be interesting to see which one actually does play out. If you're interested in trading Bitcoin, I encourage you to stop by the Discord. And now let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum's playing out slightly differently. It's a little bit weaker to the downside, but it's very similar currently to Bitcoin. Okay, so ETH is starting to look a little bit ugly, and it can do a couple of different things right here. One thing I'm looking for is two scenarios to take it a little bit higher, and then the ultimate scenario to take it a little bit lower. So what I'm thinking, this move here needs to get another move. So this move here, this is a very corrective action down here. There's a couple different things that can happen. So like this move up can come down, get some support, move up again, and then move down to find some support. And really this whole zone right here, this lower part of the zone, is going to be kind of an inflection point, because if price just comes down to it, does it support or does it just drop through it? And that's going to kind of give us a tell of what's actually playing out. However, it can support here like that, and then come back down, and then find support, and then push back up near that 2,000, 2,100. So those are two scenarios that I'm looking for just to kind of push up. And it doesn't have to be here. It can be a little bit lower. But I'm really looking for something around here to play out. If it takes out this low in a meaningful manner, like if it just starts getting weak and starts dropping and takes out this low, then obviously something weaker is playing out. However, if it keeps being choppy, corrective like this, it's it's difficult to trade markets like this that are just very, very choppy, and it's just not really moving that much. And that's why I haven't really traded ETH lately. But that's really what I'm looking for with ETH is something to play out similar to that. And then once it does play out, I'll take notice and start to kind of, look at things a little bit more deeper. Next, let's go to Cardano, because I am in Cardano. I like being in Cardano. So, let's see what's going on with it. So far, it's a little bit ugly. And Cardano is seemingly looking like Ethereum a little bit. However, like if it starts breaking down, then obviously something else can happen. So keeping an eye on this. So this move up was definitely corrective. It was nice. It was also corrective. And now it's starting to move down. And it's moving down in a semi-corrective manner. So this move here actually kind of nice, weak to the downside. This move here definitely corrective, but this whole move can kind of be one move. And now you're looking at this move and this move, which means if it's going to get weak, it needs to do it sooner rather than later. So what does that look like if that doesn't happen? Let me take this off the chart because this really isn't supposed to be there. Oh yeah, that button. All right. So if it doesn't start to get weak here, then it can do something similar to what I'm looking at for Ethereum and find some support. And that support, most likely it wouldn't just go down and find it. Most likely it would come up a little bit, come back down, and just be choppy, and then find that support, and then start to push up. And then that would find some resistance up in this region here. So that's kind of what I'm looking at with Cardano. I'm not trying to trade Cardano just because it's pretty ugly, but that's really what I would be looking at, is this area to be an inflection point. This can be support, and then this will hold and push up into the upper 30 cents, possibly lower 40 cents. So somewhere in there is what I'm keeping an eye on. We'll see what happens, and I think that will be very, very interesting. We've done some altcoin trading lately. One of the calls I made last week, or it was last week, was that LinFi was going to pull back. LinFi definitely has pulled back very, very well. Went from like 990 down to the lower 8s, which is pretty nice. So looking at that one, a few option flow trades, which is okay. It's still in a liquid market in my opinion. Just because there's a few fundamental factors involved in that. And then that's about it. Just killing the stock market trades. If you're interested in that, it is for holders only that I show my stock market trades, because that's something I've done for almost 2 decades. So it's just fun for me. So anyway, with that, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the crypto markets. Take care.